Welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, Raven Chapman. How you doing, Raven?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, really good, thank you. And my wife said, such a lovely name.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you don't hear too many Ravens, and it's a good one for boxing. My problem is I've got the nickname now, but it was always, what would my nickname be? And everyone's like, you don't need one. Raven's hard enough, scary enough.
So what have you gone for?
The Omen. It kind of came out. Stefy started calling me the Omen from like my first interview I did. Just like a comment where someone in the gym had said that I'm a demon with the face of an angel.
Nice.
So from that he took like the Omen from it, and yeah, I suppose Raven as well goes quite well with the nickname. So I was like, okay, I'll roll with that, see how it goes.
Yeah, at least it wasn't the angel with a devil's face.
No, I know that would have been. I'd been a bit offended by that.
Yeah, at least I got it the right way round. But
yeah,
Raven, we're here to chat about you. Exciting times ahead.
Yes.
Where did it all begin for you? When did boxing sort of come into your life?
Probably about 10 years ago, I started doing it at college, and I joined boxing, my local boxing club. But my dad was always big into martial arts, so I sort of grew up around him training martial arts. He was into Thai boxing and jiu-jitsu and boxing as well, obviously. So I used to hit the pads and stuff. I was always very energetic. I liked my first sport was football. Okay. So I played football when I was younger. And then, you know, as a teenager, as you do, you fall out of the sports side and you hang out with your friends. And I just missed it. I really enjoyed hitting the pads with my dad, and someone had told me to give it a go and join the club. So I did it and I went for it. And yeah, here I am. I was like a bit on and off in that time, and then sort of got back into it in my early 20s and thought I'm going to really give it a go because I do really enjoy doing the sport, and I think it went pretty well from there.
So what happened? Obviously you were saying, you know, you had your football and that sort of thing, so you've always been around sort of competitive sports. You sort of come across as like a competitive go and get person.
Yeah, I'm definitely very competitive. You don't want to play Monopoly with me if I'm losing, that's for sure. The board's across the room. I think it comes like, it's just nature of being a sporty person, I suppose. You want to be the best that you can be, so you're always quite competitive, aren't you? So it doesn't matter what you're doing. It could be a simple game or a serious sport like I'm doing now with boxing. So I think it can be, I think it's really good to be able to have that drive and that push. And I think being competitive definitely brings it out in you.
Because you've obviously been with the GB squad as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So how did it go with that?
So that was good. I'd won like my second national title and gone to England, and obviously once you've done that you sort of earn a GB trial. And just spending the time on GB was really good. Helped me understand myself as an athlete, I suppose, a little bit better, what makes me tick and what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And being around everyone that's so high level, the atmosphere is always very competitive because, you know, you're sparring, you're running on the track, you're lifting weights, and it's all like everyone's very supportive, but having that competitive edge just pushes everyone along even more and helps people progress. So it's a great environment to be in. Well, it was a great environment to be in, and you know, you're learning every day, doing what you love to do and getting able to do that all the time. So there was it was a good time.
Because obviously it was, the Olympics was going to be 2020.
Yeah.
And then obviously that basically got thrown out, doesn't it? So
yeah,
was it a case of, due to that situation, that that was where pro sort of came calling for you?
Yeah, obviously being on GB and being through the cycle, that's obviously the aim. And it didn't happen then, and I could have stayed on and like tried again for the next one or the Commonwealths. But I had an opportunity, I suppose. The opportunity came up. I'm not like I'm not old, but I'm not the most spring chicken anymore. So another 4 years.
Welcome to my world.
Did I want to wait that long? I didn't want to wait that long. So that first cycle was my opportunity, and then I had an opportunity come up with the pro side of things, and with everything that was going on in women's boxing, and where I was in my life at the time and my style of fighting as well. Yeah. I've always been told the professional side of boxing suited me better. So when the opportunity came up, I was like, yeah, now's the right time for me. I've done what I've needed to do in the amateurs, and I want to move on to other things and other goals and have a reset and find my love for it again. So I started losing my love for it a little bit. And, you know, when you're a happy fighter, you're a better fighter and stuff. So it's nice because now I've been working on all different things, and I've got a different team around me, and like it's my team, and we work on things together a lot more. And yeah, I've definitely got that love and hunger back for it, and I feel like a different fighter all over again. And it's, you know, it is like starting again, because you're learning different things. Pro side of boxing is still quite different to the amateur side, so I've been spending a lot of time learning, like planting your feet, setting up shots to throw the power shots in and things like that. So it's been a nice bit of time to go back to those and enjoy training and learning more stuff again, learning different things and trying different things out and seeing what works for me and what doesn't work for me, and trying it out in sparring and taking it from there. And it's been a great few months, if anything, because I'm still waiting to get my license.
Yeah.
Just because of the backlog of things. So
everyone's there's been a lot of people, isn't there?
Yeah, so that's the frustrating thing, because until I get that, I can't get a date for my debut. But at the same time, having this time to take it back, strip it back and work upwards has been a blessing in disguise as well. So when I get in there, I'm sure I'll be fully prepared.
Yeah. You'll be ready and raring to go, right?
Yeah, raring to go. I've got itchy knuckles.
Don't look at me.
I'm coming down there.
Yeah, honestly, it's not worth your time. It'd be a blood punch and you're back up there. Yeah. So what's the whole process around it then? Obviously, because a lot of people don't know how you sort of apply to for the professional game. How does it work?
So you need to have like a manager's contract, sign a form. You have to apply to get a form sent to you, fill it out, send it back with all your documents, and any experience that you've got, so like your amateur boxing card, and then you get invited for an interview in front of the board. Obviously I'm not quite sure what they're going to do in the interview, so I've not had it yet, and then after that I think they either say yes or they say no, and then you need to get all your medicals done, so like your brain scans and things like that, to make sure you're fit and well to go in and fight. Yeah,
because I know they only last about a year, don't they? Your
medical
scans,
yeah, you've got to get that done every year.
So as I say, I've spoken to quite a few people in a similar situation to you. You know, they're waiting for that, you know, that time. I've had one person on who actually had the brain scan, everything came through, and then lockdown hit last year, so they literally pay for everything again.
again.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's so many people due to the same circumstances as yourself, because they were either waiting to go to the Olympics, or they were waiting, you know, they just couldn't hang on due to age, or they're all kind of sat there thinking, well, it's now or never.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I say, when that opportunity comes, you've got to take it with both hands.
Yeah.
And just do what you feel is right for you at that time, and hope it pays off.
And what a team you've got. Let's have a quick chat about that. Stefy Bull.
Yeah.
And to have Terri Harper in the gym. What a team to have.
Yeah, no, it's great. Obviously, I've worked alongside Terri for the last few years now, helping her prepare for fights, like sparring. So been part of a few of her training camps as her sparring partner.
How was that? How was that? Did you enjoy
it? Yeah, always enjoy it. It's great with Terri because we learn so much from each other, and I learn a lot being up there and being around it and seeing what she has to do and go through for the pro fights. Obviously it's different to the amateurs, so that has put me in good stead for when it is my turn, because I'll have more of an idea of what goes on in the background. So that's been really good. And yeah, so every time I'm there, I just try and pick up and learn and get improve myself so that I'm more prepared when it's time for me. And there's so much to learn, you know, you can pick up things from so many different people, and it's just a great environment to be in. And they're good. Yeah, really good buzz in the gym. It's always a good session. It's always a great spar, and you know, it's you can't get better sparring than that, really. So I know I'm going to be prepared, and I know it's nice that, like Terri and Stefy have said, harder sparring for Terri than she's had most fights. So that's a good confidence boost for me when I go in mine, you know. And being up there and getting to know Stefy well and seeing how he has Terry's back and will make sure that he's got all our best interests at heart. I know that I'm in good hands. So yeah, I'm excited. We're all excited just to get that ball rolling, really.
Well, I have to say, Raven, you are just full of it. It's coming out of you to the point that, you know, you turned around and you said, you know, you lost that bit of sort of flair for it, but I'll tell you, blimey, it's back, girl. And
yeah, definitely.
You know, it's just oozes out of you that you love.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And that, you know, you're going to the gym, you love your training, you love, you know, all the aspects. And like you said, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter.
Dangerous fighter, exactly.
Yeah.
Really, and that's it. Like, everything I'm doing in the gym, from pads to the S&C to the running to yoga, everything, I enjoy it and I love it. Last week I had a week off because I'd just been going non-stop for over a year, really, with the odd few days off here and there, but I've not had any proper rest. So I took a week off last week, and I didn't know what to do with myself after a few days. The week felt like it was going really slow, even though I was really busy. I had loads of stuff to do. It just felt like the week was going so slow, and got back into the gym this morning and it was like I'd been away for a month. It was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm back and I can actually train again. But it was definitely needed, and I think that's one thing I've learned, is rest and recovery is just as important as all the hard training as well. And now I can go back and hit it even harder because I feel fresh. So there's been a lot of learning and it's been really good. And yeah, just getting that love back for it. And that again is another big reason why I really loved being around Terri and Stefy's camps, because they, being around that, sort of brought that buzz back for me and made me want to work harder as well. So that was just a great environment to be in. And now, you know, I don't look back and I'm loving everything I'm doing, love every minute.
do you know what? It's so refreshing and so lovely to hear. And do you know what? I wish you all the best with your career. But before you go, you're not getting away that easy. We're going to chuck. Okay. Yeah, we're going to chuck the big fight at you. That's obviously coming up soon. Natasha Jonas.
Yes.
It's Katie Taylor. I don't know if you've heard of them. It's it'd be a concern, wouldn't it? What a fight!
What a fight that's going to be, yeah.
What a fight! 1st of May. How do you see it? How do you see it?
No, I think it's going to be a really thrilling fight. It's like, you know, the Tasha and Terri fight. People wrote Tasha off a little bit, I think, but everything that was on the line had, like, you've seen what Tasha brought to that fight because of what was at her reach, you know, to try and grab the titles, and she took it with both hands and really went for it. And I think we'll see that again with this fight even more. She'll be training even harder, so I think it's going to be a real thrilling one, just as good to watch as her last one. So it'll be exciting, definitely, and you know, older amateur rivals, and so it'll be a great fight. I've no doubt it's just going to be an explosion. So
we don't have fence sitters on this show. So who are you going with?
Well, for me, it would be Katie.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I take the mick out of people, and I. It's like when you chuck the AJ Fury card at people. It's one of those where you go, this week I quite fancy.
Yeah, it can change, can't it? Yeah,
else.
Exactly.
Or
especially with people like AJ and Fury. One week you might say, "Oh, actually," and then someone might say something which makes you change your mind. It's like, yeah, you've got a good point there. Yeah. So it's one of those. But yeah, for me, I think Katie will win this one.
So as you said, AJ Fury, actually, that's a really good one. Just drop that one in, you know. What do you reckon? I know it's a real toughie.
It is a real toughie.
And the country's going to be divided right down the middle. With
definitely.
Who likes who, what your heart says, what your head says.
I feel like with this one, a lot of people's decisions will be based on like who they prefer, in style of fighting, in personality. For me, I'd have to go with AJ. I've seen him training. I hear how hard he can hit. You know, you just have to watch his fights to know how hard he can hit. Whether he can catch Fury is another question. But yeah, for me, I think he's edging it at the moment. I'm edging AJ over Fury at the moment, but like you say, next week it could be the other way round.
I'll have to find you next week.
Fury. I've sparred Fury as well, and I tell you what, he can move for such a big lad. Yeah.
I'd love to have seen that.
Yeah. Oh, it's online, so you can watch it online. I've put a little clip of it on. But yeah, we did 2 full rounds, and God, he can just move so well. Like, it's so fluent and easy looking. But yeah, so I mean, I really like Fury as well. So for me, it's one of those. But at the moment, I'm just edging AJ.
Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned the whole movement that Fury has. You can see it in Savannah Marshall.
Yes.
The way it's the constant feinting and the hands down and
the awkward style. That you know who she's being trained by. You know that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, Raven, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for your debut as much.
Me neither.
I'm sure we'll get it online when the interviews come through and all the rest of it, and we're all waiting.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I'll let everyone know when it's there.
I'm sure you will.
hopefully summertime. I don't want to be waiting any longer than that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Whenever it happens, it will happen, and I can't wait to get in there and do what I do best.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I believe every word you say, because you're living and breathing it. You can see it.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
It's been lovely having you on.
Yeah, no, it's been great to chat to you.
Yeah, you keep in touch, and
I will do.
I'll message you just before those fights, just to see if you've
Just
changed.
to see if they've changed.
As I'm sure I probably will have as well. But yeah, you take care, and thanks for coming on.
You too. No, thanks for having me.
No problem. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Raven Chapman, can't wait for the debut. She's, as I say, signed with Stefy Bull. Brilliant stuff happening down at the gym. Yeah, just come on, send her that letter so she can have her interview, and we get to see her in the summer. We just want to see her fight. Big anticipation around this girl, and you can just see why in the interview there. So hats off to her. She's done all the hard work. Let's just see her in the ring now. So if you've liked what you've seen today, head over to JG's Fight Talk, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and yeah, check out the rest of the content. But thanks for coming. See you soon.